All right, you got asked. Somebody asked you, hey, can you help me with this? I got a project, or I got to finish homework, or I have a goal. Guess what? You're now the coach. So how do you coach somebody? Let me walk you through the steps so you can look good being a coach. So your friend calls you, or you got someone at the office and they just asked you, hey, how do I get this done? You know, how do I accomplish this goal? How do I finish this project? What just happened there is you got turned into a coach. And now you get to bring up all your coaching abilities, right? To help them to be able to accomplish what they want to accomplish. You know, if you have kids, sooner or later, you're going to be coaching your children on how to get their homework done or how to finish that project for school. No matter where it's going to come from, sooner or later, you're going to want to know how to coach someone. So let me give you some insight of some very important steps that most people miss. Like they don't even know about these steps, and that's why their ideas and their coaching just doesn't work. So let's look at this and really analyze what does it take to help somebody move forward and accomplish what they're setting out to work on. Now, first off, does the person really want to finish it? Do they really want to get to the end? Do they really want to just have it be finished and over and they can move on? If they have a desire to finish and have it be complete, it makes coaching a whole lot easier. So how do you help somebody get to that place? Well, what I like to do is I like to ask them, what's it going to be like after you accomplish this goal? What's it going to be like after the project, after the homework's finished? So kids get hung up on homework because all they can see is homework, 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 and then just homework. But if we can help our kids see what's it like after homework, you know, or you help your friends see what it's like after they achieve that $10,000 in a month. When people start to think after the goal, it starts to build some motivation of why they want to finish the goal. So I'd like to talk to them about not only what their goal is, but you take it to the next level and talk to them about what it's going to be like afterwards. Because if we don't have a life after the goal, well, what's the reason of getting the goal? Doesn't even make sense, does it? So there's a great insight already, is talk about the goal, talk about what the goal is, and then talk about what life is going to be like after it. Boy, you get somebody think in that direction, you will see them open up and come alive. Okay, coach, here are some other steps that are super important on this person moving forward and keeping their motivation alive. Education about the goal. I have a goal that I want to go to Australia and catch a marlin out of the ocean. For some reason down there in Australia, the marlin are gigantic. They're huge. They're like 1,000, 1,200 pounds. They're just gigantic. Now I've caught marlin out in the ocean before, but a whole lot smaller than 1,200 pounds. So what keeps me motivated about going to Australia to go catch these big fish is I read articles about the fishing boats, about the techniques, about the times of the year. I keep the education coming towards me about my goal. And as long as I keep reading and studying and learning all the different parts about what it takes to create this moment to catch a big fish like that, my mind stays active. It's when a person loses that activity that they lose interest. So whoever you're coaching, line up for them and ask them, what is it that you can do to add some education to yourself a little bit each day about your goal? A person who studies and learns more about their goal stays naturally motivated. They don't need to be pushed. They don't need to be, convinced. They don't need to be, gotten after to keep going towards their goal when they keep learning about it. And it's magical because when they're naturally empowered to do that, that is the magic sauce of the motivation. Now, empowerment techniques. Every person who's trying to achieve something they've never had before, something they've never done before, their mind is a little slim and a little low on the power of the mind to get them there. So what you want to do is help them with some empowerment techniques. And here's 2 empowerment techniques that you can teach them that will help empower their mind and the belief that they have in themselves to accomplish this goal. Number 1, help them come up with 5 power statements. 5 sentences that are about them and about their abilities in going for this goal. So 5 positive statements. 5 positive statements that they read each day. These 5 positive statements that they read each day will help convince and move forward their thinking about their performance and what they can do. So when you empower the mind, it helps progress or helps speed up that progress towards their goal. Second empowerment technique is to create a goal poster or a vision board. So the declarations or the positive statements are to empower the left side of the mind. The vision board, which are pictures of the goal or pictures of what it's going to be like after the goal. So a vision board is you get like a poster and you put all these pictures on there of the goal and what it's going to be like after the goal so that you can visually see what it's going to be like. And go search and find all kinds of fun, crazy pictures and create this collage of pictures of achieving the goal and what it's going to be like after the goal. So you've got power statements that empower the left side of their mind. You got a visual empowerment of accomplishing the goal and after the goal. Now you're working both sides of the mind in raising the belief level so that the person can feel even more strongly motivated to take their action steps. Powerful. Okay, coach, next one, action steps. If somebody has a goal each day, Monday through Friday, they really ought to be taking at least 1 step deliberately towards their goal. There's got to be something that they can do each day, Monday through Friday, to get closer to their goal. This, you're going to need to brainstorm with them. Help them figure this out. But if I notice that when somebody misses 2 or 3 or 4 days of doing action steps, they start to lose momentum. They don't have to be big action steps. They just need to be some kind of something that they do that helps them move closer to their goal. They can meet somebody who already has the goal. They can study about the goal. They can do their empowerment activities. They can do more research about it. There's lots of things that they can come up with for these action steps, but help them brainstorm and line those out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to help them get closer to their goal. This is where people struggle the most. They don't know what step to take next. So that's why you're there, is to brainstorm with them and come up with a whole bunch of fun ideas of what it would take to be able to accomplish that goal. And if you can't find any action steps, go find somebody who already has the goal you want and ask them, what did you do to get here? And they'll tell you all the steps. And now you have your action step list. I mean, it's not hard. You don't go find that person. You give that to the person you're helping as an assignment to go find the person. But if they take an action step Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, momentum will keep going. It's all about this momentum. It's all about focus. It's all about keeping them going. Now the last one, super important. You be the person that they report to if they did their daily action step. A person who does not have reporting, where they don't report to somebody, is setting themselves up for self-sabotage. And what self-sabotage is using excuses and coming up with excuses and making up more excuses of why you didn't take a step towards your goal. Because you've never had this goal before, and it's going to take work and effort. And the mind likes to find any reason why it doesn't have to work. Because your mind is all about trying to save calories. It's trying to keep you alive longer with whatever you ate for breakfast. So it's not thinking, how can it work every day? Your mind is thinking, how can I save calories today? How can I just add a bunch of calories to myself and we do hardly anything? Because that means it's going to stay alive longer. So anything that requires work, we have to create that where the mind is trying to find ways to not do things. So self-sabotage is letting the mind be lazy. So when you have somebody to report to, you now catch yourself when you're about ready to give up on yourself for that day, or you're about ready to come up with an excuse why you didn't do your action step. So you as the coach, you be the place that they report to. And they can text you, they could email you, or they could leave you a voicemail message to let you know how they did for that day on doing their action steps. As a coach, you do not save them. Do not jump in and save them when they fall down or struggle or have self-sabotage. You're a coach, and that means you're there to encourage them. You're there to remind them of the goal and what it's going to be like to get it and what it's going to be like after they get it. And you're there to help them, point them in the direction of education and using their empowerment techniques and helping them brainstorm their action steps and then being there to help them in their reporting process. That's what you do as a coach. But where you can mess up as a coach is if you try to control the situation or you try to push them into doing what they're doing. Pushing and encouraging are two different things. Encouragement comes because of the reminding of the goal. Pushing comes from, you have to do this, get out there and do this. And you're using a strong voice and you're trying to you're calling them and texting them and telling them what to do. That's not gonna help them. As soon as you stop being their coach for the moment, they're just gonna go back to where they were. A good coach encourages, motivates, and inspires. Encourages, motivates, and inspires. And use a tone of voice and an attitude of encouraging, motivating, and inspiring them. It's tough to get a goal. It's tough to finish that project. It's tough to get all that homework done. It's not easy. It's something they've never done before. So have mercy on their soul, but still encourage and motivate and inspire. So as a coach, if you follow the components I've just shared with you, it's going to help you really keep them going because you're covering the important parts that have to do with their psychology. And you're giving them a great structure, which raises the chances of them accomplishing that goal to a whole new level. You can do it. You got this, coach. You can totally do this. And for you, in being a coach, something else that will help you in being a really good coach is that you have your own goal. I noticed that when parents have their own personal goals that they're working on, they are better coaches and support to their own children. But a parent that doesn't have their own goal that they're struggling towards tends to be pretty pushy. A manager who doesn't have their own goal ends up being controlling and pushy. It's really interesting to really see the difference between somebody who has their own goals they're struggling and working towards compared to somebody who doesn't. They come from a totally different literally. So if you want to be a really great coach in helping whoever it is you're helping, you got to step into it yourself. And it's up to you to be in a place of having your own goal and doing exactly the same things. That will make you a great coach. Now, I hope you enjoyed this education, and I know it's not a long video, but boy, does it get right to the point, doesn't it? I know that this is going to help you be a better coach because it works. I've coached and mentored people for years. And so with this information, you just got your skills upgraded. Don't miss any of my next videos. They're all designed to support you and help you with real life experiences today. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, because everything I'm putting into these videos are real life experiences I'm going through and mentoring people and all my speaking and my keynote presentations. And so I'm here to help you with what I'm finding other people are struggling with. There's no reason you should be struggling. So subscribe and learn what it takes to keep moving forward. Now here in Salt Lake City, we hold a live event called Master Your Influence. And it is all about understanding your mind, your body language, and your communication skills with other people. Being a coach, this would be a perfect class for you to go to because it's really going to help you understand yourself and understand people at a whole new higher level. So check out our website at 3keyelements.com. That's 3 key elements, 3 K-E-Y elements. And check it out. We've got some incredible courses that are designed to support you in literally opening up your mind and empowering you to understand yourself better. Because psychology is what life is all about. And this is taught in such a way that you literally can teach and share that with the people you coach. So hey, come check us out. It's worth it. It's going to empower you to even be a better teacher. All right, we'll see you at the next class.